Hello, hello. It is a happy Friday, and I'm so excited because we get to bring out another episode of Real Clients, Real Results. And I'm going to start off by introducing Tamlin, actually. I know, plot twist, because I said we were going to be highlighting Melynda, but Melynda is actually my co client. So Tamlin and I get the pleasure of co watching Melynda transform her entire life. And I would love to just really quickly introduce you to Tamlin. Tamlin, share like 30 to 60-second version of your story and how you know Melynda.
So my story is that I started my health journey back in July. I'm down 67 pounds and gained so much more, including an amazing friendship that has been able to prosper over my own health journey. Melynda contacted me to see what I was doing, and she chose to join forces with me to create her own health journey. And that has allowed our friendship to become a friendship. We've known each other for 10 years. She's my son's stepmom, and she's an amazing stepmom. And yeah, the rest I'll leave up to her to share her journey. But I'm super excited that she chose me to have faith in to help her on her own journey.
I love your guys' backstory because I know that you guys have not always been BFFs. And as a matter of fact, there may have been times where you were less than BFFs. And what really inspires me about your journey is that oftentimes when we think of like ex-husbands, ex-wives, new spouses, sharing children, there's such a culture in our society that like we have to hate each other and there has to be contention and competition and drama. And while there may have been some of that for you guys, what I love about your story is that you have both committed to a process of living better, living healthier, living more conscious. And because of that commitment and that decision in your own health, it has allowed your relationship to become so much more. And it's so beautiful. And so I'm really excited to introduce you guys to Melynda. She has had such an amazing journey. And Melynda, just tell us a little bit about the woman that you were before you started.
I started my journey back at the beginning of September. I reached out to Tamlin. She was vulnerable and posted some pictures of her progress on Facebook. And I was so amazed. Prior to that, like she was mentioning, we didn't have a super great relationship. We made it work, and we made it work for Zachary. And that was about it. But she had posted, and I was really not happy. I was not happy at all with who I was. And she posted, and I messaged her. I said, "What are you doing?" I had to know. I was so curious. She was kind enough to share with me, although she didn't have to. She was so kind and said, here's what I'm doing. Let's jump on a call and we'll chat about it. So like I said, I reached out to her, but me, prior to that, I was unhappy. I thought I was happy. I truly thought I was. I was working. I was not eating good. I was a Dutch Bros fiend. I went there once, maybe twice a day sometimes. And I really thought I was a good mom, a good wife, a good worker, all of that. But little did I know, I wasn't. I wasn't happy. I was nothing. I was hiding behind the all the weight that I had on me, pretending actually that I was happy.
When did you realize that you were hiding and pretending? Like, at what point did you awaken to the fact that, like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I wasn't actually happy? What was that shift for you?
That was probably about a couple months into my journey. And when I say journey, it truly is a journey. There's so much more to this than it is eating healthy. People often ask me, what do you do? And I'm like, do you have 10 minutes? Maybe an hour? Because really it's a lot more than that. But I really got into my life book. I was connecting with both my coach and co-coach. And I really had to like evaluate my life and where I was with all of these tools that I've been given. And I'm like, wow, I'm not happy. But it was probably a couple months into my journey before I realized that what I was doing was not thriving.
Yeah, I think so many people can relate to that. I've been doing this for about 3 years now as a coach, and one of the things that I hear pretty often is I didn't realize how badly I felt or how unhappy I was, or really how quote unquote terrible my current reality was, until I started feeling better, until I started identifying what exactly is happiness, until I awakened to the fact that there is more in my life. And that's when things really, really shift for people. So you had a massive mindset shift a few months back. I would love for you to share a little bit about that shift and what it's meant to you.
Mindset for me has been everything. I've been given tools on this journey, such as, eating, drinking, hydrating, all of those things. And as wonderful as those are, I've realized that if my mind's not in it, if my mind is not on the path, then I'm never going to be successful. My mindset shift really, it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of work and a lot of effort. And I really had to ask myself why, like, what am I doing? What makes me happy? Who do I have around me that, are helping me, and that want to be on this journey with me as well. So, I mean, the mindset shift has been so powerful. It's been huge for me. Yeah, just so much there.
Yeah. Well, I remember a time when you showed up to a community coaching call and you were like, my mind just completely blew off the top of my head, because I realized that the only person who can make me feel any kind of way is me. And you stepped into full ownership of your feelings. And it was so powerful to watch, because prior to that, you kind of subscribed to what most people do, is that I'm a victim of my emotions and other people mess with me. And really that feeling of like, I don't really know that I have the power to shift that. Like, oh, that coworker that I have to work with today, or my spouse or my kid, or like whatever person is, stirring the drama stick in your life. So many of us can feel a little bit powerless, like if only that person would do something differently. But you realized that you're the only one who can make yourself feel some kind of way. So how has that shifted your relationships with those people that were previously pushing your buttons?
I mean, that that was huge for me, that like I am in control of all of this in my mind. Everything around me, I have control over. That has helped me in so many different ways. I mean, Tamlin, for instance, our relationship, in the past, I was, a victim, or whatever you want to call it at this point. But I'm in control of how I want this relationship to go. I get to decide every single thing. It's just a lot. Just being in control of all of it.
That's brilliant. I remember when we were first chatting, you're like, I love my job. I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I'm so happy with what I do. Things are so great. And then you showed up to a community coaching call and you're like, I quit my job and I got a new one and I make way more money and I get to do it from home and I'm so happy. And I was like, wait, what? What just happened? I thought you were so happy at your other job. And do you remember what you shared with me about your mindset and how that job came about?
Yeah, I mean, the all of it for me has been mindset, but I that goes back to I thought I was happy. I thought what I was doing was good for me, was good for my family, was good for the people around me. But as I proceeded in my journey and every day is a little bit different and better, I've realized that no, working a ton of hours, working all the time, um, it wasn't for me. I wanted to be able to have that flexibility to be at home and be with my family more and make more money. Who doesn't want to make more money? And I just really wanted that. So it was another like aha moment for me. And I've had so many of those aha moments that I'm like, oh, I can change this. Like I am in complete control of everything that I'm doing. And I want to take care of myself and feel good about myself so I could help these people here that she's sharing on the screen.
Yes. And that led to you having the confidence to not only apply for, but to show up believing that you are worthy, that you deserve that role, that you were going after it. And I remember you saying that, prior to this journey, you don't even know if you would have had the confidence to even apply.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have. I had to go through three pretty tough interviews to get the job that I'm currently at. The Melynda 6 months ago never would have done it. I wouldn't have even reached out. I was just, I was happy, or so I thought, in what I was doing, and I was just going to keep doing what I was doing because it was easy. So I had just so much mindset shift. I felt more confident with the weight that I've lost. I felt like I was hiding behind all of that fat. And I was given an opportunity and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I'm confident about it. And I know I can. It was pretty powerful being able to go into the interview and telling them and showing them this is who I am and this is what I can offer you and I hope I can be a part of your team. It just felt like it felt so good and so powerful.
Thank God. I have goosebumps. Like I would, if I were a boss, I would be like, that's the girl. She knows what she's about and she knows what value she can add. Heck yes, welcome aboard. That's brilliant. Well, I absolutely love your story and I'm so grateful that you are here with us, that you're willing to share, the highs and the lows and the changes that you've experienced. And, thinking back to the woman that you were 6 months ago, right before September, knowing that you thought you were happy, like there was change here that you didn't even know was possible and honestly didn't even know that you wanted. So if there's another woman out there or another man out there who might be thinking that they're very happy in the life that they've created, but now being on this side, you see how much more brilliant it could be, what words of advice, wisdom, hope would you share with that person?
I would definitely tell them, like, don't be afraid to reach out. Information is just that, it's information. I was a little nervous to reach out to Tamlin, and not because of who she was, but I was like, oh gosh, what is she doing? Like, I don't know if I can do this. But reach out. There's so many people that are willing to help you along your journey, and be open-minded. That's been something for me that I'm like, I have to have an open mind. I don't know everything. I thought I did, but I don't. I don't know everything. Be open and be open to change, and just do it. Do what's best for you. Like, you're in control of this and you're in control of your entire life, and do just what's best for you.
I absolutely love that. We titled this from hiding to thriving, because you discovered that what you were really doing was hiding behind that comfort zone and calling it happiness. And so for all of you, those of you that have tuned in today, please let Melynda's story be the story that fans that little spark inside of you that might be saying, I wonder I just wonder if things could be more happy, more better, more empowering, more vibrant, more all the things. If there's any spark in you that's curious about whether or not there could be more, let her story fan that flame for you, and know that there's a whole community of people that believe that there's more for you. And we would love to see that awaken within you and celebrate you as you are working on just creating more for yourselves, for your lives, for your family, and for your health. Thanks, everybody. I can't wait to come back for another episode, another week. Much love, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye.
Thank you.